Alright, I'm back, and I had to complete the levels off camera, but I didn't look at the story sections because time was passing. Wait, there's only 2 days left? Oh shoot, I've been really slacking. So I did the same thing as before, where I marked all the scenes we've seen. These are the ones we haven't, and there's one more at the end. I figured a scene or CG might appear. So anyways, let's get back to it. The one for about 2 hours, we arrive on a clearing on a hill. Does this place, you arrive at that place in the story? Really? Which is, again, the change that you're a fan of it now but hated it in the past. Okay. Nice cool weather. Okay. Already dispatched any... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, then. All right. When did you decide to... Probably when you headed out, right? Yeah. Huh. I see. Whether I drink with 1 glass or 2, it makes a little... I suppose that's fair. So you could all continue to have a... Yeah. Continue the story. Well, I could say that I already know your story, but no one should know that story except you all, so... But that part. I mean, that is true. Alright. Continued success, is such a thing even possible? I think so. But just, you know, it has failures in between. You were right. I mean, you actually, hang on, you're a part of a squad that had continued, whoa. I mean, they won at the end. And they continue to win. So yeah, I would say they had continued success. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, they changed the look of the team. This is much better. This is my first time seeing it. Wow. Now they all look like a team instead of... Well, I mean, there's still the random aspect, but I would assume that they all were supposed to look similar. So, yeah, they now kind of look like a family, almost. Wait, what? Why do you look different? Corrupted? Really? Well, that's not because of the melee aspect, is it? And it seems like they would be good for missions like where you have to plant explosives. They're built for, well, I mean, the others could be built for speed too, but if one of your screws has come undone. Really? No, that should be a simple thing for one of you to carry the other. At the whole... Oh, so it's not just the two of you. Okay. Yeah. Shouldn't be a thing to just carry you. Eight. Combined setback of heart world malfunctions and the unexpected heart rapture attack results in the death of theirs. All of them? Yeah, I was wondering where the 7 was coming from, but Okay. Who are they talking about? Sheesh. Sheesh. So are they saying that this is because... Is it because they're not getting the help that they need? Or is it because that they're... of the way they're designed, it has some flaws in it? In all likelihood, her brain activity will cease to entirely before that ever happens. Yeah. So it looks like 7 fell in the crash and they took the survivor. Yeah, that's true. That's cap. Like, what on... It should be the complete opposite way. Or complete opposite. It should be the opposite. You want your close range fighters to be more durable. Long range fight... Actually, now I think about it, they have white hair. Reminds me of somebody. Anyways. You want your long range fighters to be more powerful, unleash powerful attacks, but they don't necessarily need to be as durable. What kind of cap is this? They were meant to fail. That's why you haven't been brought back up. I guess that is true. You are more susceptible to... because you're in range of their attacks, so it makes sense. That part makes sense. But you're not as durable? That's cap. Well, I mean, not cap, but it shouldn't be the case. Still a variant of the mass-produced model. I see. Sheesh. And see, that's the thing. These are real people, right? That are converted into this state, and yet they have to talk about themselves as prototypes. We don't have enough stockpile to get us through tomorrow. Oh no, there's 6 of them. Oh, okay, I got it wrong. So there's still 6 of them left. Yeah, they really need that supply. You've been starving? Like, actually food? Can they, like, put you to rest until you get supplies? Nah. See, that's the type of thing that would cause mutiny if they didn't have a chip in their minds that prevented them from attacking humans. That's bogus. Yeah. It can't go on. Oh, it's a he. Okay. I couldn't tell. It was none. I couldn't tell. Yeah, its strength is in numbers. Yeah. In theory, again, the chips kind of change things. I'm guessing things don't go as planned. See the Discord? Lieutenant, still no word in shipment supply? Nah, honestly, real talk. Oh, I thought you were acting as if you forgot. You probably did forget. Yeah. Exactly. 10 down to 6. Oh, 6? 2 of them sustained serious damage to their arms and 2 have broken swords. Of the existing members? Nah, you can't go on. You know that? See, again, that threat would have more weight if they knew you could hurt them. Yes. Even when you're not in the field, you could sure make thine self useful. But yeah, in theory, but I don't think they're doing a single thing. Good cop, bad cop. Not in my eyes, but you know, it's the military. Though, if I'm being honest, let me not say, because I don't know. I read a few books, but you know, I'm no expert on the military. But I would at least think in a profession like that, that you would have more competent people working up the ranks. Of course, politics is everywhere, but in the military, you know, I would think you want somebody on the field who's actually, especially in a end of the world situation. Yeah, this is different because normal military, there's peace times, war times, but end of the world, it's constant wartime. You need your most competent people there. There's zero times for politics. That being said, there's some arguments that it still will go on even in this state. So you scared me. Okay, so yeah, I gotta remember, you're incompetent. So you're not even someone who knows that you're absolutely safe and that they can't harm you. Oops. I understand where you're coming from. No, you don't. Getting into a huff won't change anything about a situation. It's because everything's in shambles out there. They can't. Basically, they've got 4 injured, 2 who are battle ready. Like, that's not good numbers. Why do I keep pressing tab? You say that, yet the other squad we met previously seen them be really. It's highly unusual for a squad of our stature to be deprived of the supplies, wouldn't you say? Especially since you're specialized, you really need them. Even so, like, what, they're just supposed to die? We haven't been giving the higher ups what they want, and that's why they're not giving any support. And what do they want? Yeah. At any rate, we've been assigned a new mission. Another assignment? Our designation as an official squad will finally come through? A squad name? Really? I don't buy that. Not just because of the probably, I thought they already got that. We don't have much of a choice. It's war, but just sending out your people to die when they can be, you know, fully. It is war. Yeah. Let me speak. I can at least speak on that. There are so simple things. Well, it's not really simple, such as the mindsets of your warriors. Morale. There we go. That's what I was looking for. The morale of your team can make or break a battle. That alone is important. Getting them good supplies? Like, if I have the option of sending out my troops with no supplies or waiting 1 day to get them a refit? No, I'm sorry. But I'm choosing to, well, it depends on what's happening. Like, if there's a city that's about to be overrun and we gotta go, you know, that's one thing. But this doesn't strike me as a very urgent mission. And if it is, you send the best who are already out there, you know. Scarlet is not with them yet, but still, you have to. This isn't a military command, honestly. This feels more like, well, I'm thinking of a word. I don't want to say it though. Let's get the show on the road and show them what we're made of. You're not doing anything. Notify the others. I mean, in their situation, there's literally nothing else they can do. Except they could go AWOL. That's a possibility. Solo? Why? What's gonna happen? Next one. Did I just say what I think you said? A rebellion? So now I'm thinking about what we learned in the previous arc, right? Because we heard about them having a rebellion. I am shocked. I didn't think that would be a thing they had to deal with them. Maybe the Grimm's models, but not that. Once one of the specialized units. The ones who... Wait! Scarlet. What? And I had assumed that Scarlet was the leader back then. Or, like, she was attacking others. I was confused on the situation there. And now I'm starting to wonder if she's responsible for putting the rest down. But the thing is, again, they can't really rebel. There are limits to what they can do, unless their chips aren't in them yet. No, they're in Red Hood. If they're in Red Hood, they're in them too. And then there's the fact that the commander met with Rose alone. Nah, that's us. Okay. Well, yeah, what did they tell you? A list of complaints? Nah, that doesn't seem right. Yes, there's something that's not... Why do you think? They have no intention of hearing us out, and HQ seems completely unaware. You think that they're unaware? I see. I mean, you were human beings once too. But again, there are different circumstances. I'm not trying to advocate for this. Just saying, you're human beings too. It didn't take the sword, which was giving us... Oh, that makes sense. You don't consider the Raptors aren't really living. A person. That would have been better. Well, I mean, if you're not treated right, you're not treated right. Yes. And it's not just about you. It is and isn't. You're out there protecting the people. And if you're not equipped to do that, then that's a problem in itself. You could be saving more lives if you had the equipment you needed. A glimpse of the mission briefing? Recapture? Well, okay, in one instance, if it's an arms depot, does it have more of your equipment there? Because that would make sense. You know, just playing devil's advocate, but really? I see. See, something like that makes no sense. And I remember another, I forgot where it was. It was maybe from the same source as my other knowledge, but do not issue an order you know will not be followed. This seems like one such order. If your team can clearly tell this is a suicide mission, that there's different dynamics because there's only a handful of them. If they can't really make a realistic difference in that situation, they can obviously tell, then that's dumb. You're clearly sending them to die. Yeah, they're not even close to be prepared for such an operation. All likely to be exterminated. Be as it may, how can we stoop so low to threaten a human? Again, it's the way you're saying it. You all should be considered human too. And that's a point of the main story, if people are wondering, is should they have rights and things like that? That's one of the big points. So, is that even possible in the first place? There must be some way we can get it to work. Yeah, that's the whole point. It's like, can you do... I mean, I suppose there are ways that you could probably trap them. Yeah, that could work. I can't tell when you're serious, but you already ran it by the others. 2 agreed to it and 2 opposed. Really? Huh. What do you want to do? Are they gonna... They're not gonna fight over this, are they? Since when were we so afraid of... Huh. We have always put our lives on the line. We're out in the field. But it's different if there's literally... It's one thing to risk your life and another thing to, throw it away. It may not be Gren's miles. Yes, may only be mass-produced. But we still have our pride in protecting humanity. Well, that is one thing. That's why everyone in our squad is willing to give their lives to the cause and fight till the bitter end, even when death stares us in the face. If it was for a good, if there was a chance you all could make some difference on this mission. But again, you don't really have that luxury in the military. But this is a different... They're not treated equal here, which is the issue. What about our fallen comrades? What were their deaths for? Did they die for nothing? Erwin Smith, I see you. Let us humor your harebrained scheme. Say we strong arm the lieutenant and get the supplies we need. What then? Good point. Yes, they probably would not want to support you anymore. Nowhere will be safe. We will forever be on the run. Is that what you really want? It's interesting seeing how things ended up. Scarlet was tested time and time by humanity again and again. And there have been several moments where turning the sword on humanity would have been a very valid response. But you never did, from what it seems like. Haven't you always said that nothing lasts forever in this world? So you're ready to give your life to the cause. I'm not obsessed with how I die. I'd rather decide how I live. Rather than be a traitor and forever be a fugitive, I would prefer to die fighting. Wow. I gotta respect that. You definitely belong on your future team. The forefront, protecting everybody else. How we live is more important than how we die. So you prefer to fight until the very end? You think you'll always feel that way? Yeah? Yeah, you certainly did. Snow White, Scarlet, and Rapunzel. All three, it is not that I don't say that Dorothy has earned her stripes as well, but those three, they never turned vengeful. They were truly like saints in a way. They had every reason to be upset, but they said, we'll just keep on doing what we're gonna do. We were done dirty, but we'll keep moving on. And I gotta respect that. Even if you're faced with great hardship, yes, even then. Yes, I see the growth. I see the transition happening. How long? Can we get a timeline? Was it like a few years? What a long way you've come? What are you talking about? Very well, since you're vehemently opposed, I suppose I don't have much choice. Submission tomorrow, I guess we'll do it. Yeah, I was thinking, it's one thing for the team to be half and half, but if your only other blood relative is saying, I don't want to do that, then if changing your mind doesn't work, then we'll just have to roll together. After this mission is over, we can speak about this further. All right. But, hold on. But we just established that this mission might be the last one. So that last line is kind of interesting. Because the whole point you were making the stance is because you thought you couldn't get past this mission. So are you planning something else? 2 more days until New Year. Wait, I thought you didn't want it. Yeah. Thinking how you could spend more time with others. That idea would bring a modicum of comfort to her squad mates who are at the breaking point. When's the mission? Don't do it. What? Wait, what the heck? Everything is in chaos. Huh? What's going on? Yep. But that's impossible though. That can't happen. Now they can attack each other just fine, but I shouldn't be able to. Okay. They're both gonna fight. I'm guessing at this point, the rankings have been clear. Still don't know if Scarlet's better than Rose, though. If you refuse to comply, then I'll be forced to cut you down. So you did do that, not in the way I expected, but... How on earth... A raptor fight in that scenario doesn't make sense. Talking about the stage, because he would have to fight raptors. A few hours prior. Okay, what happened? Saunders at the commander's room. Okay. You're the one that asked me to stay behind, so out with it. How much time do you think you have left? How many of you do you expect to come back from this mission? Really? So you do care. How many of you do you think are realistically going to come back alive from this? Could hardly get any worse. There are only 6 of us, and half of us are at the end of our tether. Top of that, the mission is infinitely more difficult than those we've done before. You're right. Having said that, we're not just gonna roll over and die. We'll do whatever it takes to survive. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Is this an Itachi situation? Where you're trying to make sure that at least one of you makes it out, and in this case, you're trying to... I can't guarantee anything, but if we put our minds to it, we can. Okay, before something happens, I'm going to say what I was thinking was happening. That possibly the officer did care for them, and they came up with this plan for one member of them to survive. In that case, Scarlet. I don't know what's about to come out of their mouth, but in this case, what I'm saying is the commander or lieutenant suggested that Rose did this, and for Scarlet to look like the good one in all this and make it seem like it was just half the team, maybe. All of you. I knew you would say that. Let me tell you something. In the end, only one of you will survive. Yet here you are. Wait. What? How do you know that? Is it you? Yeah. You don't tell me that's why we aren't receiving supplies. Everyone's gonna die. That's why we've been left hanging high and dry. Doesn't matter how much you succeed in your assignments, they refuse to lend us any further support until just one of you is... They're forging... Really? Is it because we're mass-produced? Don't make me laugh. If anything, it would have been preferable if you were ordinary. But you're not. You're melee. You're all merely prototypes, but you tried to be like the others, and that's why it's come to this? You said if we kept it up, we could be an officially sanctioned squad. Results, yes. Good results, not so much. You sustain damage every time you go into battle. And lest we forget the inordinary high rate of mind switch amongst you all, you yourself said that your mental state deteriorates faster because you're seeing raptors up close. How could a unit that requires so much hands-on maintenance possibly be mass-produced? They rather invest in producing a new type of unit altogether. Really? They can do that? That's what happened? Whoever remains will be converted into a Grimm's model. That's why we only need one of you. It's to yeah, and select the strongest, which in this case seems like it would be you. We're not doing this mission. I said we won't do it. I refuse to go along with this insane plan of yours. We have a right to refuse, do you? That should be... I wonder how that works. But you just said it'd be, you know, they're technically not. They're in a different category. They'll think you'll suffer the mind sweep. No one who speaks to them would, unless you put that on the report. If you want you all to be sent to the scrap heap, then be my guest. Refuse the mission. It won't matter in the end. Really? Yeah. Yep. Rose is doing that to make sure Scarlet survives. Just follow your orders and you'll make it out of this alive. Why are you trying to save everyone? How about the fact that it's just common decency to make sure your team survives? That you go through a battlefield with other people and they're like your comrades in arms? You clearly do not understand. Sounds like this family doesn't mean... What about your team? Teammates matter. You no longer share the same blood. They all look similar. It's a jungle out there. Everyone's in competition. What do you ever do to deserve this? Be set for life? You were in the wrong... See, this is what I'm saying. End of the world situation, someone like this should never be in a position like this. You listen good if you want to survive. Right. No, why on earth would they... If you don't think someone should care about their own family and teammates, why on earth would they care about you? Oh wait, you said don't you want to be done with this place too? Oh, I misread that completely. You want supplies, you want to eat good food and rest. So Scarlet looks different in the future because she was made to a Grimm's model. She does look a lot more specialized, and that sword is different. Not just dust, in fact. Though it doesn't die anyway, you could give them a painless death. Yeah. Even if there was one lone survivor, what would prevent them from turning him, into a lab rat? Heck, that's making me wonder now. Is there a difference? There's no way to completely restore a body and mind damaged by countless battles. Harabs almost certainly wanted to extrapolate their proficiencies and experiences and transfer them to a more proper subject. In the end, even the lone survivor will be rendered asunder, eradicated, and left as a mere compilation of ones and zeros. The more their squad succeeded, the more they played to the enemy's hands. Sheesh. Nothing lasts forever. And failure was naturally the only viable path to survival. If you wanted to fight expectations that had been placed upon them, then you had to aim for failure in its most absolute form. You and I are gonna make it out of here? You know what to protect and what to discard? Okay. All they did, as far as I know, to make normal people into what we see here is just make them not be able to attack humans. I think the desire... Actually, I'm wondering, do they need a desire to protect humanity? Is that a requirement? Because there were so many flaws in this plan. You feel winded? An oppressive feeling. That makes sense, because you do not know what was said. Rose crossed the line from which there was no coming back. What will you do? That's a question. Really? How did you do that? That shouldn't be possible as far as I know. Look around in horror. Wow. Okay. Well then, it came sooner than I thought you would. Yeah, you did it. Are you going through a mind switch? I mean, would she respond if she was like that? A red strip of cloth in one hand. Oh, wow. So you never knew you were targeting someone. Well, shoot, I guess that's a loophole. Let's hope. Well, actually, yeah. Okay. That's a loophole. When I did it, I simply imagined that they were raptures. Huh. Apparently so. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Yeah. Wow. All right, then. Thanks to this red cloth, when I was looking through it, I imagined what I was looking at was the red glowing core of a rapture. I see. Wow. Yeah, what about your teammate? I see. Right. This must look terrible to Scarlet right now. You agreed to the mission? Yeah, but that line at the end, we'll discuss this after the mission, there shouldn't be a discussing after that. Yes, I did. So what's happening? No flower blooms in perpetuity. Nothing lasts forever in this world. You think you always feel that way? I'll certainly try, even if you're faced with great hardship. Is this the hardship you think you're talking to? I never convinced you in the first place. Yeah. You don't resent me for this, do you? And prove it? Yeah. This is the point. It's like if I leave you behind, will you truly stick with them until the bitter end? A traitor who has betrayed humanity. With this very sword intended to fell raptures, I cut down one of my Yeah, I'm the enemy. I think so. Or at least if you fight, what if I can't do it? Then you leave me no choice. I won't give up until you finish this. I can't stop now. I will... You're making her do it. Yep. Wow. Wow, I never knew you had this bad. How are you so... Well, you're chill because time has passed. But even then, when you were with your squad, like, I would be surprised if you can joke around with Red Hood in the future if you just came from this. Have you no remorse? More than I can bear. Surely you understand, however, I decided a long time... This is the end of my life. I wanted it in sparring matches with you. Yeah, turning back on humanity. Such cruelty could not go unpunished. Scarlet, was it? Verily, however... Yeah, I was wondering about that. Why you two speak differently? Steady thy tongue. It's just most curlish to say such things about... I don't think so. It's like, you're supposed to be related. I wonder if it did. You do not know? Or maybe you developed a certain fascination with time periods during the transformation process? Well, I guess that's a mystery that will forever go unquestioned. You don't know anything? Not even who you are? You do? Well, you remember, that's all you remember. Promise me one thing. Once I begin, I will not hesitate. So please, I ask of you, do not hold back. Okay. This is how I thought this was gonna end. And I didn't want the CG to appear, if it does appear after this, so I haven't actually completed this last mission. Oh, by the way, I got another member who's on this banner. While time passed, they are literally giving me everybody else. Oh, but more importantly, it wouldn't feel right to do an event without...
I consider it a blessing to fight alongside you. Let us be on our way.
And actually, now that I've done this, I can't use Rapunzel or I'll lose all my points, but good enough. And yeah, see, this clearly isn't a battle. See, how does this make sense? It's supposed to be a battle between siblings. But alright.
Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
So let's see how this ends. Although I don't really think there's a question on how. Really? Each knew how serious the other was in this duel to the death. They knew all too well. Now I really have to be on my toes? Didn't I tell you? One day I wipe that grin off your face. Are you actually getting the bet? Go towards the torso. One step. One more step. Oh, can you not do it? Can you not do it? Or use lies and smiles to deceive her only... Yeah. You finished it? That makes sense. So that's the picture. You must become stronger. Don't let yourself be controlled by anyone. Yeah, you've definitely made sure to keep your own path. I'm so sorry. I have to leave you all alone. Only after much time had passed did the United Forces of Humanity become aware of our situation. So who gave your lieutenant the orders then? By then the situation had gone from bad to worse, and when they first came upon us, they thought the mission had been a catastrophe. Oh, and that's when your squad came. The higher-ups decided to chalk everything up to what they deemed as an internal conflict. They also decided to bury the fact that yeah, that they sure would do that. So if Oswald knew that, he was on dangerous waters with one of the most powerful ones in his own vehicle. But hey, well, I think yeah, they died by the sword. Very same blades that had been intended to end the lives of raptors ended theirs instead. Thorough investigation was carried out, and when they left, they took everything they needed. But not you. You were left behind. You did. It's for the reason why Rose did what she did. I only found out that... Oh, you did. She decided to protect you and discard. Resentment toward who? Yeah, exactly. Anyone? That's a fair question. If you give it enough years, sadness, resentment, they all fade away. Yeah, you seem very at peace with who you are right now. But once again, I would not blame you. And I should point out, because I don't think I did, I can't exactly blame, I certainly won't blame the person who I think holds the most responsible for saving humanity, Dorothy. It's just, you know, when time has passed, it's like, it's been 100 years. We weren't the people who did that. But I understand. I just hate it, you know? But I understand. That's the one thing Rose got right. Nothing lasts forever. Oops. Yeah, you always do that. I noticed that. You always say such, well, you now. There's a bunch of sad stuff to happen, but you're chill. You're vibing. Don't be like that and look before you. Ah, the sun's rising. I see what they're doing now. On a new day, sun itself is vibrant red, reminding us of the passing of another year. It is most remarkable, the way in which the red light spreads. A flower blooming, huh? Nothing lasts forever in this world. As this year passes to the next, another greets us. Time flows ceaselessly, and the vicissitudes, is that what that? I've never heard of that. Of the world continues unabated. So rather than drowning in the sorrows of the past, should we not instead live in the present? That way, sorrow will not overtake us with the passage of time, and the present incessantly becomes the past. Now, that being said, let us bring in the new... Now, I still don't... I'm guessing you do it in honor of Rose, and then you came to like it. That's my guess. Not everything needs to be explained. It's bitter. It's like light... Huh. Like life, that's a quote. So it didn't seem like this would have a special scene at the end, though I don't know. That is quite the character change, though, I must say. And then again, 100 years. That looks like 100 years of change. That was good. I wasn't sure about doing this at first, but by second half, I'm like, all right, I'm here for it. So, and again, it answers part of the question. I still don't know how you were so happy. Well, okay, so what I'm thinking happened is the crew came, they cleaned up. Scarlet, well, no, first Scarlet buried. When did she... There's a slight confusion to have, but it seems like Scarlet buried her team and then wandered for a while, I think, before anybody found out about what happened. And then they sent the best team to look into it, and they recruited Scarlet. Later on, Scarlet figured out what the truth was. Still, I would think... I can't say that I didn't, like Scarlet didn't have a chip on her shoulder during that. Like, I'd say I'm surprised that the beef that Scarlet and Dorothy had didn't turn more, but I'm pretty sure Dorothy's stronger than Scarlet. Well, not pretty sure, but there are feats. But okay. I think there's only one more, if we go by the appearance of everybody, I think they'll eventually do one for Rapunzel as well. So I'll keep an eye out. But for now, I'll end it here. I will say this will not be the last video I do on this, because I'm working on this. I'm not exactly halfway, close to halfway. And I'm using pretty much all the gems that I have. Instead of summoning, I'm using it to get more attempts on this to make it go faster. I'm going to complete my trio, and then I will bid this adieu. I'm so close. So, and I realized that I can use them 1, Nihilisters a 2. So I can do 1, 2, and 3. I have a whole combo. So, anyways, with that being said, I'd say Happy New Year, but it's way past that when this is coming out. I hope it's not February, but it shouldn't be that. Anyways, okay, so turns out there actually was a last event. I don't know why I thought this event would be different. Well, I guess because the last one ended up so perfectly, I guess. Anyways, what's it called? Really? It finally happened. Oh, I thought you were digging a grave. Really? Even on such a frigid day, the vitality of this plant remained unabated. I admire that. Huh, metaphor for yourself? May you never... Is that a... I know what it means to say, and continue to thrive. It's never wither. I'm wondering if that's part of the speech pattern? Like, did back in the day people say with as a tense of wither? Or is that just a spelling or translation error? Would you call it translation error? Anyways. That you did. You're finally able to Oh, that's the one you got from way back when? Sheesh, that's... Our character doesn't know how lucky we are. Just saying. Huh. Perhaps due to the fact that it was aged for nearly a century, it was rather bitter. And that despite my newfound affinity. Yeah, I would like to, still know when that happened, but again, not everything needs to be explained. Brought me back to when I first drank for the first time with you. If I had been drinking alone, would have never have picked up the habit. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, this is what I was hoping for. Thanks to having... Oh, you meant the current one. I thought you meant drinking in general. Really not. We're meh. All right. The commander we saw that was a part of your commander. Yeah, your commander was much better than us. Just saying. It was always hard to believe that someone so perfect could live in such an imperfect time. Well, yeah, you got all the time in the world. I haven't seen this background, I think. A rose? Oh yeah, I think they were rare, if I remember correctly, from one of the previous, I think from the, I guess you could call it Dorothy's arc? The event that happened between the Red Hood story and current time. I think it was mentioned there, actually. Maybe they were setting things up. Saw the buds coming up from the ground, even in this frigid climate they're flourishing. Huh. Come to think of it, is that the name of your blade? And I am curious if it's the same one. I mean, it looks different. Actually, now I'm just noticing, is one piece the sword and the other the scabbard? It's just really long. My original sword was taken to the bait. Okay, that answers my question. In order to survive on the surface, I had no choice. Really? I didn't know that. First, I thought I would not be able to use it for so long since the blade was cracked. But I met a skilled blacksmith who was able to temper the blade using you. Oh no, that's some serious lore. Now see, this is why swords are better than weapons, all right? Or the projectile. That sword has a lot of meaning behind it, all right? It's got... This is one of the reasons why they're great, all right? I don't care about spears, especially not axes. You can get out of here with that. Sword's where it's at. You always said nothing lasts forever. But after all this time, even after all this time has passed, whenever I see a sword, I think of you. So it is... The swords don't look the same, but the blacksmith turned that sword into the one you currently have. So long as I never let you fade from my memory, should we meet again. Okay. Okay, that was a goated line. That was a goated line. 2 empty glasses on the ground. You wonder. I'm sure. Because the very reason Rose went out was for you. You both care. And no matter if you lose all your memories, you'll still know. Wait, there's a... They put a little ending scene here? Still, that's a massive change. But I understand now. I understand. And without a doubt, you're definitely the best swordsman in the world now. Huh. I should have picked it up. It said new sword. Just as the moon sets time and time again, and the sun also rises. Although there may be no perennial flower that blooms eternal, this life of mine is still flourishing. Yeah? Yeah? And that's a question. A lot of people have different thoughts about that. You still have a purpose in this world? All of you do. All of you do. Alright, yeah. Alright. I'm uploading this, yep. Yep. I actually had people ask me before I recorded this if I'm uploading this. It was between the last part and this part. 1 day remaining. Managed to get it all done. On that note, I keep looking at this. Not gonna lie, the temptation is so real. I don't like that. It's because it makes them look like team members. All right, that's the only. No one believes that. No one believes a single word I just said. But all right. With that being said, please, everyone, tell me what you thought of this event down in the comments below. Like I said, at this rate, because I'm pretty sure. Let me show you my progress. I think there's a good chance of us being able to get one for Rapunzel, because I don't think, based on appearance wise, they're gonna do one for... I think this is basically what we got from Dorothy. Plus there was all the event that took place between the Red Hood and current time seemed like Dorothy's era, so, and that gave us all the backstory we needed, I am pretty sure. So if that happens, I'll cover Rapunzel's. But for now, I'm gonna end it here. So with that being said, please post your thoughts down. Wait, actually, I should have done this.
Thou art most welcome to spar with me at any time.
If only there had been a blue sword. But anyways, please post your thoughts down about this event down in the comments below. And I will see you all next time.